Hey beauties, today I have this lovely little happy little blemish. I don't get them very often anymore. I used to get them a lot, even as an adult. And I use our face cleanser now, and I feel like, I don't know if it's that. I use our toner, which has witch hazel and some things in it that help with acne, or if it's our makeup because there's a lot less chemicals. But for whatever the reason, happily, I rarely get a blemish. So since I had one today, I thought I would take advantage of it and show you the perfect blemish kit. This is good for teens. It is good for women who are in their 40s, 50s, whatever, if you have a blemish. So these 4 colors are a perfect little blemish kit. This is our 4 palette. This is so essential. You don't have to have it. Obviously, you can use anything, but I feel like this works the best. So this little 4 palette has my brightening highlight, my main highlight, our powder, and then Aspen, which is a contour color. And that's going to seem weird, but I'll explain. So Aspen has another superhero power, and that is when you put it over color, it like neutralizes it and takes the red out. So this isn't super red, it's not super large, and so I probably won't even need it today, but I wanted to show it to you because it's super helpful to have when you get a big red angry pimple or whatever. It can be super helpful. So the brightening highlight, the main highlight are going to be specific to you based on the color match. If you need if you need color match, let me know and I can do that for you. And then our powder is general, works for whoever. And then this is our spot brush, and it's actually under the Demi tab. So you could also use our multitasker that's with our Seint makeup, this small end. This is what I used to use, and it's good, but it's not as great at pinpointing as this is. And the reason that's important is because in a pimple, even if it's small, there are going to be a number of colors to it. There are going to be some darker parts, some, sometimes like bruising, there's going to be, the shadow. And so you really want to be able to pinpoint and spot cover up just that area. You don't want to do a halo of color around it, which is what a bigger brush or your finger will end up doing, which will make the whole area, not just the red part, lighter. And then it's still going to be obvious that you have a white spot on your face, and then people will notice. So it'll draw attention more than just pinpointing and covering up. So here's what I do. I'll just start out by grabbing a little of my brightening highlight on the tip of this, and then I'm looking, the center is probably the lightest spot, and then there's this area around here. I don't know how well you can tell on the camera, but that is the darkest, and so that's where I'm going to focus this makeup. I will say that our Demi line, I have one daughter who likes to use the Seint makeup for her blemish cover up. The Demi line that we also carry through Seint makeup is equally as amazing and for blemishes, and it's another video for another time, but that is an option as well. So with the Seint makeup, brightening highlight in the darkest little spot, which is like the little C-shaped area right under the blemish for me. And I'm really trying just to keep it on that spot. Then the other lovely thing about this brush, all of our brushes are double-ended. This one perfectly kind of feathers out what you have just done. So we're just going to take that and we're going to kind of blur towards the rest of the color. And then I'm going to kind of dab and dot because I don't want to take that white color into the rest of my skin because, like I said, I don't want to have a halo effect. And I'm just going to kind of blur the edge. And then I'm going to take the powder with this fluffy end, and I'm going to put a little on there, and I'm going to dab it on, and that's just going to set it so that it doesn't go anywhere. And so it looks really good on this end. I don't know, again, how well you can see on the camera. It looks great. I don't think it's very noticeable at all. In fact, I don't think anyone would notice unless you were specifically looking for it. But if you want even more, you could also go into your main highlight if you feel like it's a little light and just go around and give it a second coat. Now with this, your main highlight is going to be all in this area anyway, so you don't have to be as careful not to halo, but I still try to keep it there. And then I'm going ahead and dot, 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 dot. And it's going to be a little harder to smooth out and blend because we have that powder on from before that is setting it. And then I'm going to set that again with the powder. And so really it has, I totally lost it for a second. Really, it has completely disappeared. You know, the only thing you can see is in certain light. You know, most of the time it's completely invisible to me. In certain lights, when I turn, I can see the shadow, because if something is sticking out, if there's a bump on your face, you are not going to prevent a shadow. That's just physics. That's just from the light. And so, but other than that, I mean, it is like completely disappeared, completely, invisible in most directions I turn, and that's as good as you can get. You know, if it covers absolutely everything other than the physical light shadow, you know, you can't do any better than that. So that is amazing. If it, like I said, if it were really large, like if it were cystic acne or a big red angry pimple that had been there, then you may need to use Aspen first, and that cuts and neutralizes the red. And then I would go over that with my brightening highlight and then my main highlight. You may be able to cut the brightening highlight at that point. It just depends on your skin tone, how light or dark it is. So you may need to play. Some people would need all 3 steps. The others may just do Aspen and then your main highlight, whatever works best. You may have to play around a little, but these 4 are going to be essential. Like I said, these 2 will depend on how we color match you to your specific skin tone. These other 2 will work for, you know, anyone for your skin tone. So that is my perfect blemish kit. These 4 colors, they're $14 a piece in the tins. The brush, oh, I can't remember for sure. I'm thinking it's in the 20s, maybe $26 or $24, 23, something like that. But it's a goodie. It's essential and it's good. You know, you could use it for a variety of other things. I keep this just to keep it super clean. You know, you could use it for an eyeliner, but just to keep it super pure and easy so that I don't forget and don't have any other color in it. I keep it for blemishes, but this is what every teen needs for sure. And then any adults who get acne as well. So hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me a bunch. I appreciate it. And thanks so much for watching.